So obviously we've got a very important topic to discuss today. But before we do, I just want to say, because I've never seen that shirt on you before, that I feel like if I told Chat, I don't know how to use Chat GPT. I don't even really understand 100% what it is. But I feel like if I told Chat GPT to make me an emo band shirt, including in the name, that's what it would spit out.
Maybe. I mean, this is like, so my brother like makes music like on his own.
Yeah.
And this is Static December is what he goes by.
Wow. Well, now I feel like a jerk for saying that, but it's still also kind of true.
No, I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But it's like, so he got this shirt. He's like, oh man, if I get a shirt made, will you wear it? I'm
On
like,
the
yeah,
show.
of course. And it's like super comfy.
Yeah.
The thing is that it has like this logo on the back. And I like hate things like on the back of my shirts.
I'm not into that. It's better just with the stuff on the front is good. Just leave that alone, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But
now,
it's real comfortable.
Yeah. I don't even want to keep talking about it. Now I feel bad because it's your brother's alter ego.
Well, I mean, it's just, I mean.
Like, oh, hey, I wore your shirt on my show. My co-host made fun of it. You know?
Well, when he's on here sometime, you can ask him about it.
It's just like dashboard confessional. It's just like
totally.
Yeah, it's like you used machine learning to name your band or whatever. Speaking of which, that band is horrible. Anyway, Chris
Carrabba,
and I don't even know. And sorry, I do want to just real quick though before I forget. Yesterday I was driving, and I was outside of my home radio market. You know, so like I don't know what station is what, right? Because I was not in my area, and so I had to just hit the scan button on my car stereo, and you just got to come up with whatever you can come up with. And like, I heard a Cure song, and I'm like, oh sweet, Cure, so I hit the scan button again to stop it. I'm like, okay, this is going to be my station for a while. I don't remember what station it was, but I just remember they called themselves 80s Plus.
80s Plus.
It's 80s hits plus some other stuff, I guess. And
19 to probably to 95 or something.
I don't know, but and it was treating me pretty good. And then friggin' Summer of '69 came on. I
thought you were gonna say Under the Bridge came on.
No, but that would have been just as bad. Summer of '69 came on, and I was like, oh nope. Like I had like cat-like reflexes. Just my hand came up and hit the scan button, and I mean, this is going to call my musical taste into question a little bit, but I happened to land in another station right as House of Pain's Jump Around started, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's what is it? They're trying to play me as if my name is Sega.
Yeah, but I'm just,
Is that what he says?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it's just, I mean,
that's the only line of that.
I'm not saying it's necessarily a great song, but it's a very nostalgic. I mean, it's a pretty good song. I think it's extremely catchy.
Yes.
It's way better than Summer of '69, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't agree with that, but
wow,
that's okay. That's okay. I mean, whatever. Like we can't
Summer
sit
of
here and
'69 is the Under the Bridge of Bryan Adams' catalog, except that Bryan Adams doesn't have anything that's really that much better. We were talking about this in my Discord yesterday or the day before, and I said that like Summer of '69 is like Bryan Adams' poor attempt at making like a nostalgia bait song in the same vein as like Bob Seger. But like Bob Seger is like the, distinguished professor of nostalgia bait songs. Like those are good, Against the Wind, Night Moves. Like those are like very
is Running
good.
on Empty, is that Bob Seger?
No.
Or is it?
No.
Or is
that's
that's
Jackson Brown.
That's it. Yes.
Or was it Jackson? Yeah.
No, it's Jackson Brown.
Well, I just remember it was either like Jackson Brown wrote
That's
it.
That's a great
and then
song.
I think Jackson Brown wrote it, and then the Eagles recorded it, or somebody from the Eagles wrote it, and then Jackson Brown recorded it. One or the other.
Yeah.
I forgot which.
One of the guys from the Eagles died yesterday or something,
I didn't.
right?
Was it Don Henley?
No, it wasn't.
Too bad. That's me. He doesn't seem like that nice.
A moment
of
of silence for.
A moment of silence for not Don Henley passing away. R.I.P. guy from the Eagles.
We are starting off this episode number 38.
Yes,
Like
I got nothing for 38.
with lots of, I guess, interesting.
Well, I think I'm just
thoughts.
in a weird mood today, and I have more weird stuff to say too. But first, can we please discuss the fact that since we last recorded, you had laser beams shot into your frickin' eyeballs.
Yeah,
you seem a little bit uncomfortable.
What a weird
may
experience.
I say. You're very blinky over there. Your eyes are a little bit red.
Yeah, I mean, I will be putting stuff into my eyes like throughout this.
Oh, great!
I just there's just drops though. That's okay.
As opposed to what?
Laser beams.
Oh yeah, the technology for doing that at home is not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, it all moved forward really quickly. I think that I was
surprised.
I
when
didn't
you
even
told
talk
me,
to the place.
when you said, "Oh, I'm having it done in like 2 hours." I was like, "Didn't we just have this discussion like 3 days ago?" Like I figured it was going to be a little bit yet.
Well, when I went in for the eye exam at my eye doctor, I had no intention of like really getting this done.
Yeah.
And my eye doctor said, if you're thinking about getting this done, we can do all the tests right now and we can send them over and then they'll contact you.
Yeah.
Well, they never contacted me and I just eventually called them.
Yeah.
And said, my doctor is supposed to send over stuff. Can you let me know if they sent over stuff? No, they didn't send anything over. So I set up a free consultation where I just go in and, they run some more tests, see if I'm a good candidate.
Yeah.
Candidate for
it. Yeah.
And when I was going to go there on Wednesday morning, I guess, for that at 10 o'clock. And I called my eye doctor and said, hey, you haven't sent the stuff over to the Lasik place.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
Or
and
what the H?
I left a message for him
and
said, can you call me back? I need to figure out what's going on because I'm going over there.
Yeah.
And they never called me back.
Wow.
But then when I went in for my appointment, they're like, oh, we got it. So I think that they didn't send it, but then when I went and
somebody had a
said, well, why did you guys do it? Like somebody effed up.
Yeah.
And, probably rushed to send it over. So they did like some tests and stuff, and they do the procedure on Wednesdays and Fridays. And this was like, by the time I was done with the whole consultation, they're like, well, we have like an appointment at 1:20 and 2 p.m. today. It takes like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Like once you get in there, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I called my wife and I said, if I drive home, can you take me back there? And they just do it.
Yeah.
And we did. I got it done at 1:20. I was home by 2:30.
Yeah.
And
do they like sedate you or anything or?
No. They.
I don't mean put you out, but I mean just give you something, make you a little loopy or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's basically like they lay you down, and they put something in. Like I don't know what it is, but it goes over your eye. It's like they put it. It's real uncomfortable and really really weird feeling.
Yeah.
And then it does something. You feel some pressure.
Yeah.
And then they take it out, and it. Apparently, I think that's when they like cut that little flap. Like a flap of it comes down, so they can get in there better.
Yeah.
And that's just like the weirdest sensation. It feels like almost somebody had a suction cup.
Yeah.
And like pulled like a.
Oh God.
Like a wet noodle off my eye.
Oh no.
And then they're like, okay, so they do it on both eyes, and then they walk you over to this other thing, and then they like lay you down, and they
wait.
put
They
this
still
thing
haven't
over there.
even done it yet at this point.
No, they were just cutting the flap. Then they walk you over to like another thing. You lay down under this thing.
What do you mean cutting the flap?
They cut like a layer of the outer membrane of your eye, like a flap, so they can get in there without having to like shoot through it. So they cut this thing up. It's just like and it just hangs.
I don't know. I guess I don't understand enough about the anatomy of an eyeball.
So it's just
I thought the
whatever
outer
it is,
part
like
was the thing that they were cutting.
Well, it's just like the outer membrane of the eye.
You're saying there's something over the lens of your eye. That's what I didn't.
Yeah, just like the outside membrane of.
Well, I guess I never thought about it having a membrane.
Just like it's totally clear, but they cut like a flap, and then they like
got it.
shoot in there without it having like
so
to go.
You're saying
like,
so you've
burn
had
through
this suction cup thing. They cut the wet noodle of the membrane of your eyeball off, and then you have to get up and go somewhere else.
And you walk over to another thing, you lay down, and then they like point these things over your eye, and they're like, they say, this is gonna take like 13 seconds, and they start counting down, and they're like, oh, you'll smell something.
Do they do anything to like hold your eyeball still?
Well, they put like a thing on there to like make it so you can't close it.
Right.
But they're like, it's all like they said. There's nothing to worry about. There is like eyeball tracking, and it's like
wow.
Like the technology is so good that it's like immediate.
Yeah.
So it just like tracks it, And
so if you happen to move your eyeball a little bit, it's not like, oh, now you're blinded for life.
Yeah. Okay. But I'll tell you, like they cut those flaps off and everything is like real blurry and like kind of scary.
Oh, just from cutting the flap off your membrane, your vision was already like problematic.
It's just like weird,
Okay.
It's just like everything kind of looks kind of cloudy.
Yeah.
And stuff. And
what do they do with the flap? Do they save it to put it back?
No, they put it. It's just like it's only like half a square. So it hangs down, and then they put it back up, and then they like seal it.
Okay, so they didn't like take it off and take it away.
No,
it's just kind of like
they
folding
just,
it down kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
You ever seen like in the old West, like the Long Johns? They have like the butt that opens up.
Yes.
It's like that.
Do you own any of those?
No. But I kind of wish I did.
Would you, if you had those and it was like the middle of the night and you had to drop a deuce, I say, oh, it's like 3 a.m. I got to snap one off. I can't wait till morning. Like, would you go in the bathroom and just like unbutton the flap and just sit down? Because I feel like that'd be the weirdest sensation.
It would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, how could you not do that if you were in the position?
But also, when do you ever like poo and not have a accompanying pee? Because like the flap opens up your butt. But I mean, what about the rest of your
and you just like
plumbing? I don't know.
You like a girl.
Okay. Anyway, sorry for that. Okay. Anyway, so now you're sitting at the machine in the 13 seconds and the flap.
Yeah, and then they shoot the laser in it. You smell something. It almost smells like melting plastic or melting rubber. Yeah. And then they do it to both eyes, and then they sit back up and you're like, all right, you're done. And they're like, your vision will look a little cloudy for a little bit, but it'll be
because the membrane
fine.
Probably has to like heal back together, I imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it happens like pretty quickly. Like you start getting your vision back like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And they give you like sunglasses,
Were they cool?
I mean, they're not like the kind of sunglasses I'd wear. They
but
like kind of go
like if you had a business, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to do LASIK, right, for people, right? And you're going to have to give people sunglasses at the end,
Yeah.
And it's not like you're not charging people kind of a lot of money. Like, wouldn't it, if you were known like, oh, that's the LASIK doctor that when you're done, he gives you a pair of Oakley blades. Like everybody would come to you like, no. We go to the Oakley blades guy.
Well, the thing is
that guy wears
have to go all the way around your
eyes.
eyes because like
but Oakley blades do that.
Oh, do they? They go like all the way
wrap around your face, man.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
Like the dudes from Forgotten Worlds,
Oh, okay.
If you can,
I mean, if it was me, I would be like, oh, you get a pair of like we have like custom made Geordie LaForge glasses.
Well, I mean, you're going after a different market at that point, but equally as valid, I would say.
Yeah, but they do that because they say, we just want to have something there in case you want to like rub your eyes because that'd be really bad to rub your eyes.
Yeah,
with the flap.
Okay, so now this was 2 days ago.
Yes.
So two questions, I guess, is how is your vision doing, and then why do you need to put drops in your eyes? Like it.
Well, because
are they still sort of irritated from the flap being cut open?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, and they get dry really, really easily right now because they're kind of swollen from it.
Oh wow!
So they say
I thought your eyes looked bigger, but I just figured it was because you weren't wearing glasses.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but the maybe it's from being outside on Mars for too long.
Oh my God! Yeah.
No, I mean I had to get like a couple of different.
Those have steroids in them?
There's one that has steroids. I'm gonna actually put this one in right now. If that's
Okay. No,
because I got to.
whatever you
I
need.
have two different ones, right? I got these two things.
Do you want me to edit? Do you want me to edit the show so that when you're doing that, something covers the screen? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to edit the show and I'm going to put in the guy from Forgotten Worlds with the Oakley blades. Right now, it will have been there. You got some stuff on your cheek there.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah. But I have other actually tears
what's that?
Or whatever that I gotta use also. But
where do they get those? The tears,
Well, they gave me some, but then I went and.
But I'm saying, are there down and out people in third world countries selling their tears?
No, I mean that's exactly what my 11-year-old daughter asked me.
Oh yeah,
said, is there people crying into jars for this?
That's a fair question.
No, so I had to get these two different. One of them's a steroid. There's just two different drops. You got to take them 5 minutes apart because they can't flush in with each other.
Oh man,
and
turns into sulfuric acid if they come in contact with each other.
They ask you like every doctor you go to. They say, oh, do you have any allergies to different medications or whatever?
Yeah.
And my go-to answer is that I have
the hops thing.
No,
and then the chocolate gives you a tummy ache.
Well, no, of medications.
I know, but I would just throw that stuff out there.
But so I always say, oh, I have an allergy to medications in the quinolone family.
Oh, all right. I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's just I don't know. It's a certain kind of medication.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a certain family. And the reason I say that is because maybe 15 years ago, I hurt my ankle and they gave me this antibiotic for it. It's it's weird in the first place. That called Levaquin.
Okay.
And I had this crazy reaction to it that I couldn't bend my legs. My tendons and my legs got so tight.
Wow.
That I couldn't bend my legs. And I was sitting here thinking I might not be able to walk again.
Yeah, I can't. I would be freaking out.
I can barely stand.
Yeah.
And it lasted for days and days and days.
Oh my goodness.
And it was excruciatingly painful. And it was because of that. And I went on to find out that people who have taken Levaquin, it just makes your tendons really brittle. And people's
what the
Achilles tendons have just snapped because of it.
That seems like a thing that shouldn't exist then.
Right.
Yeah.
But, so I always say, I don't want to take any of that stuff in that family of medications ever again.
Yeah.
Because that was it was, a completely terrifying experience.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Anyways, they say, well, it's good that you told us that because one of the eye drops they're going to give you is
God.
in that family of
thank goodness.
stuff. So we have another thing to prescribe you instead.
Yeah.
And it's just things I can go and get from the, pharmacy, the Kroger pharmacy, which is where I went.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So I had this done. We get in the car and we leave.
Yeah.
And we're halfway home, and I'm I can start to kind of see at a distance, really good.
Yeah.
I guess the whole downfall of this whole thing. Is that you kind of exchange your ability to see far away for being able to see up close. If I put my hands right here.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about that this morning because I knew we were going to have this conversation, and I was thinking about,
So you kind of swap it, but the thing is, they when they did the test, they're oh, you'll probably need reading glasses.
Yeah.
And I'm well, how bad is it? They did I said, they did it they had me look through this thing, and they said, oh, this is what it'll look like up close, and it's not even that bad.
Yeah.
And but I do have to, if I want to read, and it'll probably get better as time goes on, but having reading glasses is something that I'm going to need anyways, as I get older. This close-up vision is going to get worse anyways. It was going to get worse anyways.
Probably.
But here's another thing I didn't know is that, when I first heard, oh, you got to get reading glasses, I was thinking like, well, now I'm going to have to like get prescription.
Yeah, how did you not know that you just go get reading glasses like literally
I didn't know because I never had to think about it.
Wow.
But they just like, oh, you can go to like the grocery store and get like 4 packs for $20.
Yeah.
Or order them off of Amazon and they have like certain like levels of stuff.
Yes.
Like certain levels of magnification.
Right.
And so most grocery stores only like start at like plus 1.25.
Okay.
And I'm like, I feel like that's too strong. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
I can basically see like like most of the time I can see.
You'd like a little bit of help. You're saying.
Yeah, if I need it.
Yeah.
So, I just like ordered. I had to go on Amazon and I ordered like ones that are like 0.75.
Yeah.
And I'll try that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And see how that feels, and then like just kind of like dial it in. But I think that for the most part, and now that I got these like new kind of tiers, like the ones they gave me were fine, but these ones that I just got today,
sustain. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put these in right now.
Okay.
They're like it's like kind of thicker.
Uh-huh.
So it like stays in your eye like longer.
Yeah.
And it just like works a lot better.
Yeah.
Works a lot better than the stuff that they had given me, which is just like, like was like water, like saline solution type stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, I do have glasses. I do have to have I got a pair of reading glasses, and these are like the 1.25 because I just needed something. Something.
Yeah.
But generally, like I can see.
Yeah.
Like my watch, like right here is fine. Like as long as my eyes aren't too dry.
Yeah.
And they said, it's going to get better. They said the day after, like you're like at 80%.
Uh-huh.
And then like the remaining 20%, I thought it was going to be like the next day, but it's like over like a course of like 12 weeks.
All right. Well, whatever.
To get like that remaining
20%.
So I think that like once it's all done and like once the itching is gone, like dryness and everything, and in 12 weeks or so, then I'm gonna be like, I'll be able to see just fine like this, and I'm not gonna. And the only time I'm gonna need these is if I need to like really stick my face up against like a TV screen to like see if there's interpolation or something on something.
Yeah, subpixel effects.
But I think it's funny though is like. Like the reading glasses.
Oh my God!
Like,
you just look 10 years older when you just did that.
I know, that's what I mean. It's like oh, you got to have those, and you got to like you want to be able to like look forward, but also,
see, I already
like,
have to do that anyway with my glasses because if I want to see something up, this was my concern with getting something like LASIK, is like I already have to take my glasses off or go like this to look at something up close because like trying to read something up close with my glasses on. Like strains my eyes, and like I even told my optometrist that, and he's like, "Yeah, you should take your glasses off when you do that." Now.
So this is just
to
like
me, I just
that.
felt like, if I got that, then probably I would have to get reading glasses. And so to me, then what's for me? I'm not saying for you. I'm just saying for me. What's the point of getting LASIK?
Like these are more disposable for one thing.
Yeah,
and
but
also,
then I got to remember
like what is more useful for you.
Then I got to remember to have reading glasses on me all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, they're so cheap that you can just basically put them everywhere that you're going to go.
I get it.
But it is funny though because I feel like putting them on and like kind of looking up, like now, it definitely.
As soon as you put
those
on,
I feel like my grandma or something like that.
Yeah, I envision you writing a check at the grocery store as soon as you put those on.
Or my daughter's like, "Oh, you're going to get one of those lanyards to like hang. I can hang them from."
Yeah, you should. It's funny because that
I just think of my grandma.
I feel like that I could actually use, like the glasses. I never heard it called. I don't know what I would call it. I guess lanyard is good.
Yeah,
I could use one of those, but I'm just not ready to look that old yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said that to my wife. I'm like, oh, look at how much older I look when I have to like wear these reading glasses. She's like, oh, if that's what you're most worried about, when it comes to like looking older, I don't think you have to worry about it. So that's that, and I just have to constantly like re-wet my eyes. It feels like I'm just wearing contacts essentially. That I've had contacts in for a long time.
Right.
And it's almost kind of surreal, like how everything like, is crystal clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like not real in a way.
Yeah.
Because, like I've had glasses since I was, I want to say in 4th grade.
Yeah.
So, was that like 10 or so?
9 even, I think.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of surreal. And I think it's going to, I hope that I don't find like the reading glasses aspect too annoying.
Yeah. Well, you don't even read, as we've discussed before. So
I know, but the thing is like I actually put them on and I started reading something and I immediately thought like it's actually like a lot easier to read. Period.
Maybe you're going to start reading now.
Maybe I'll start reading more because it almost like magnifies like the text. Also, I mean, I'm already doing like, on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I have to do like the text size +1, and I do it like same thing on my PS5. Like I make it so that it.
Yeah.
I'm already making, or like on my iPad, I will make like the text bolded all the time because, I ain't getting any younger.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry, are we done talking about your eyes after 26 minutes?
Are we done with that one? Yes.
Well, that's all right.
We are really done with that one.
All right. So I was curious about this. Like, I keep seeing on Reddit, like I'm not paying attention to any of this, so I don't really know what's going on, but I guess they're having all these hearings or whatever the government is, like at the House or something about like UFOs.
Oh, so
and because now all of a sudden this stuff is like hitting the front page of Reddit. They're like, oh yeah, they got this guy in to the committee to talk about some UFO stuff, and my first reaction to that was I just thought it was interesting because like when I was a teenager, I would have been eating all this stuff up, and it kind of made me think of you with your 1-900 numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like now I see that stuff and I'm just like, I literally could not care any less. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Even if it's true, oh yeah, the government's got a bunch of UFOs. I just don't care. I don't know why. I'm just like,
it's like
nothing to do with me.
We got enough to worry about. Are they gonna?
It's not even
UFOs,
that.
They gonna help us like stop us all from like melting to death.
Yeah.
Eventually, all like are they gonna stop us from all killing ourselves?
Something. I don't know.
They're gonna give us a solution to like launch extra garbage that's building up on this planet into the sun.
That's
they
what
give
we
us
need
like
to do,
technology. Like that's what they should be figuring out.
Yeah.
How can they use this technology to like
yes. But I don't
fix our shit.
I just thought it was weird that I was just like not even like I'm not even clicking on one of them. Okay, let me just see what this one. I just don't. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. Like, oh, I'm not. I just don't care. That just to me that's weird. But I thought maybe you were into it.
Until like a big spaceship comes flying like out of clouds.
Yeah.
And like that is, I mean, it's not even so much like I believe that there's alien life.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that how that would fundamentally change like everything that we thought that we knew about anything.
Yeah.
Like that
like
is the most.
If they announce like, oh, we're gonna have a press
conference,
and Senator whoever or somebody is gonna bring an alien out onto the podium. Okay, I'll watch that. That now you've got my attention.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna watch some grainy.
I mean, maybe for me it's just because to me that's
video.
all like conspiracy nut kind of stuff at this point. It's like, okay, yeah, they're having hearings about it, but they have hearings about all kinds of stupid stuff these days. So it's like, is that any better? I feel like for me,
I don't know if it is.
The only conspiracy theory or whatever that I ever got really into was the JFK assassination. And I still find that
who actually did
and I still find that all just like fascinating to read about.
You mean just like how the bullet went?
Just all of it. It's all. I think that's the reason so many people are fascinated with it. Is it's all just so weird. And it doesn't, on its face, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then people immediately jump to like,
really,
the CIA killed Kennedy. And I'm like, well, okay, that seems a little out there,
Yeah.
But at the same time.
And if they did, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Then what?
Whatever. But, why is it like 60 years later and they still have all this documentation that they don't want to release? Like, why? If it was really just some crazy guy, what's the problem?
Yeah, it happened. Like it's
Well,
it's horrible, but it's like, if the government was responsible for it, it's like, what are we going to do about it now?
well, this is what. Okay, so I've been ruminating on this for a couple days now.
Yeah.
I rewatched part of that movie JFK, you know, the Oliver Stone movie, which that movie is out there.
It's Kevin Costner, right?
Yes, I mean it's very entertaining,
movie.
very entertaining movie. But I mean, a lot of the stuff that's in there is just like false. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy.
Was that
stuff.
pre or post Natural Born Killers?
I don't know. JFK is 91, so whenever I don't know when Natural Born Killers came out.
Okay, I feel like that would be after.
Yeah, it feels Anyway, this is what I think. All right, just real quick. This is like, you know, the 30-second, right? Like the CIA knew about Lee Harvey. Like they already had a file on Lee Harvey Oswald. Like Lee Harvey Oswald had like a security clearance because of his job in the Marines, and then tried to defect to the Soviet Union and went and lived there for a few years. Like the CIA had a file on this guy, right? And then, like, you know, there's the whole thing about a few days before the assassination, he went to Mexico City because he was trying to get into Cuba. Like the CIA knew about that too, right? Mm-hmm. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe like Lee Harvey Oswald was working for the CIA. I don't think he really was. You know, I just think they knew who this guy was because he was, you know, being very overt about this crazy stuff he was doing. And so I just think for the CIA and the government in general, I think it was just a huge embarrassment. Like, you know who this guy is. You know he's crazy.
And you're not doing anything about it.
And you're literally going to have the president drive by the building he works in, that you know he works in, with just an open-top limousine, and then he shoots the president. If all that comes out, how does that make the CIA look? So here's what I would say. Do I think that the government killed Kennedy? No, but I think they might have killed Oswald. Because the whole thing with Jack Ruby, that makes no sense. Like, Lee Harvey Oswald was a crazy weirndo, nut guy. But
you're gonna have to refresh me because it's been like did Jack Ruby, did he kill him when he was like going to jail?
Yeah, well, it was like underneath. They were transferring him from like the city jail to the county jail or something, and it was in like this underground parking garage. Like, we got to take him out of the building and like shuttle him over to this, you know, paddy wagon or something. And there was press down there taking pictures, of course, because everybody was extremely interested in all this. And like Jack Ruby comes out of the crowd with a revolver and like just sticks it into Oswald's gut and pulls the trigger a few times and kills him. But like Jack Ruby was like, and this is not conspiracy theory. This is just a known thing. Like, he was a mobbed up nightclub owner, right? He was a criminal. But you're going to tell me that this guy was just so overcome with grief that he's like, I'm going to flush my life away completely to go murder the guy in front of the cops. So he knew, like, I'm not going to get away with it because of I'm going to go shoot this guy. And then, of course, Jack Ruby dies a couple years later while he's sitting in jail waiting for a retrial.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, I can find it much more plausible that, you know, if Jack Ruby maybe had something to do with, you know, the government somehow, that the CIA basically called in, you know, not called in a favor, but said it's time for you to repay us for something maybe we did for you before. Yeah. You got to go kill this guy. Because,
it makes them, like, look less stupid, I guess.
That's what I think. I think all of this is like
tracks,
they're covering it up because it makes the intelligence community just looks stupid for allowing that, not taking basic precautions and allowing that to happen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it makes them look like it was almost like they were trying to just like bait him into getting to do something. To get.
I mean, all I'm saying is like they knew he worked there, and you know you're going to drive the president, like pull him in for quote unquote questioning for an hour. Just to get him out of the building. Like, we can't have this guy there. This is an obvious security risk. It's just like, you know, I don't know what it's like Occam's razor or whatever, you know, where it's like the simplest explanation is more likely the correct one. Mm-hmm. The fact that the CIA just got caught with the CIA, the Secret Service, all of them kind of got caught asleep at the wheel and are just embarrassed and are trying to cover it up. Doesn't that make a lot more sense than like you had a huge conspiracy in the government to murder the president? Like,
yeah, but I mean, you think about that. Like, if there was that huge conspiracy, like, it just seems like they were trying to make it, like, in a way, they did murder him because they made it so easy.
Yeah,
for him to
but
do
I
it.
don't know. I don't think.
I guess. I
don't
mean,
know.
that's like, that's a whole.
But I think I'm
far
saying
beyond my area.
I think that's
of
why
knowledge
it's
and
also
expertise.
fascinating. Is it's a lot of weird pieces to that puzzle, but I think some people ought to assume automatically that means that that it was this weird conspiracy to it's like anything.
Yeah.
Is when it comes to the government, I feel like anything that you can ascribe to stupidity or just bureaucratic knuckleheadedness, it's more likely going to be that.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you
For
think
sure.
about what the things the CIA has done as far as like, killing people in other countries and whatnot. If they're just like, oh man, this Oswald guy's got to go, or he's going to make us all look stupid. That I can 100% believe. Because it doesn't require
100%.
some massive conspiracy to say, hey, this Jack Ruby guy's on our books. We got to tell him he's got to go do this for us.
Yeah.
That takes like one guy making a phone call.
Yeah. And then it's like, who knows? Maybe he had some dirt or something like that, or helped them do something a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, or they helped him, do something. I don't know. Like, but that does seem like that would strike me as the most obvious answer.
Yeah.
It's like, and it doesn't seem like a coincidence. And I mean, people were overcome with guilt, or not guilt, but like sadness, and were doing crazy things. But I don't know. This guy, he doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like the type that would, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like he's not. If this was like Joe American, like super patriot kind of guy, this guy, like I said, he was a criminal, and he worked with the mafia, and who knows what that might have gotten him. You could have been one of those things where he had to work for the FBI or something. Like, we're going to arrest you if you don't wear a wire and help us bust mobsters, or who knows.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, how is that not way easier to believe? I'm not saying it's the truth. I'm saying, how is that not way easier to believe?
Oh, that's
than
totally
like, the entire military industrial complex got together and decided to murder Kennedy because he didn't want to go into Vietnam. That's a little hard to believe.
Yes.
It sounds good, but like, you can't cover that up. Somebody would have said something, who isn't crazy.
Yeah. Eventually, yes.
Right.
By now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. So you didn't follow any of this stuff. You haven't been really paying attention to the
UFO stuff.
UFO stuff. So
No.
it's just not.
No.
Like there's no real exciting information coming out of it.
I don't know. I'm literally not looking at any.
Nothing world changing.
I wouldn't know.
Because, I mean, I've always said that I think that the discovery of intelligent life elsewhere, like hard proof of them just showing up, the most interesting thing to me would be it would basically bring down the entire all religion essentially.
Maybe.
I mean, to people who don't.
I mean, I don't want to go too far down that road.
But I mean, I feel like it would be okay, so. That certainly changes things for people. That would change things. But then there's people even with hard proof right in front of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. I mean, the alien could come over to their house for dinner and they'd still.
Yeah. Could do a mind meld with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll be like, this is still BS.
I still, I feel like I complain about this every week. I still don't have a pad of paper down here.
I got a pad of paper, but I need to get one that I can fold over because
you need one of these cool Columbo.
I do.
I should just send you one because you're not going to do it.
I mean, you should. I feel like you should be chewing on a cigar every time you write on it.
No. Remember, you're supposed to. No. Columbo Oh,
this
no.
right here.
I was going to say he had a lollipop, but that wasn't Columbo. That was Kojak, right? The lollipop. Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, now I can't remember. Was it Telly Savalas or was it Peter Falk that was sucking on lollipops all the time? No, I think it was Columbo. It was Peter Falk. It was the Princess Bride guy.
Yeah. You know, I was just like feeling really tired the other night, and I just like put on the TV because I just like didn't want to work on anything or do anything. I just like put on the TV, and I don't have cable or anything. I just have I have like a digital antenna outside of the house that came with the house. It's like more of a high powered one, so it picks up like a good amount of.
I mean, there's
stations.
I think a lot of people don't realize how many over the air stations there are.
Yeah,
like, there's
I
a
get
ton.
something like almost 60 of them, I think.
Well, that's a lot. I didn't know there were. Yeah,
But I mean, a lot of them are like there's like the local stations like NBC and stuff like that. But there's a lot of random things that just show. Like I just put on a random channel and was watching like an old episode of Magnum P.I.
Oh, nice.
Dude, Magnum is like, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It's great. Like Tom Selleck is a good looking guy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But I honestly feel like whenever I watch any of those old shows, I mean, I get it. I'm old, and maybe it's just no different. Like, oh, music in our day was better, but I just feel like those shows were more entertaining. I'm not saying they were better or worse, but I think they were more, we've talked about like the Rockford Files and Streets of San Francisco, but like Miami Vice, Magnum P.I., the A-Team, like sometimes they got a little bit ridiculous, but it's entertainment. Okay. Like it's okay for entertainment to be a little bit ridiculous. Like now I feel like most of that stuff is like too realistic. Like Law and Order is like sometimes like disturbing. Because it's just realistic. It's like, can the guy put on a Hawaiian shirt and drive a Ferrari so I at least have a little bit of like suspension of disbelief or whatever?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I just never really understood his character until I watched this.
Yeah.
I think I was too young from like the last time I saw it to like really understand.
Yeah.
Like he's just like a super cool guy. Like he's like always trying to sleep with everybody, but at the same time he's kind of like, he doesn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't take the like any situation too seriously. Like he's just kind of, I don't know. He's just really, really likable, I suppose.
See, I think you should try watching some Rockford Files then.
I should.
I think it's very similar.
Things,
like everything you just said, you could apply that to Jim Rockford.
I'm pretty sure the station has. I think I saw a commercial for Rockford Files. Like they show it like some nights.
But you can watch it on the Roku channel. It's free.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to, because the Roku channel is free. You don't have to pay for anything.
But I think there's some appeal.
You
just love like turning on the TV and it just like happens to be on and
commercial breaks are just, you just love those.
Well, it's not even that. It's just the fact of like, hey, this is on right now. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like I'm not going to like, put it on in the background or like I can pause it and come back to it later. It's just kind of like nice that this is your time to watch it and you're going to watch it.
Well, I think, everybody has this problem, it's like paralysis by analysis. You sit down, you say, okay, I want to watch TV, right? And so like you open up, you got a Roku or an Apple TV or a smart TV, whatever you got. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to open up Hulu or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you have so many choices that you can't pick anything.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
all this time.
What you're saying, like you turn on the TV, like here's the channel that shows the old shows. Oh, Magnum P.I.'s on. I'm watching that. Even though maybe you could have opened Hulu and seen Magnum P.I. is available, and you'd be like, well,
but I wouldn't have watched it.
Right.
In that situation, right? It's more appealing because it's just what's on.
Yeah.
And I think that probably it'll be interesting to see like how kids feel about that kind of situation in the future.
Yeah.
Because I think that that's just like the the situation that we grew up with.
Yeah.
And
see, they did not. So
right.
They probably just think it's stupid. Like I'm not going to let the man tell me what to watch. It's probably what they would say.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, when you're done with those putting baby tears into your that's what I heard. I heard they strapped babies down and they actually mechanically extract the tears because it's more efficient than just making the babies cry.
I thought they just like gave them really cool toys and then took them away.
Oh, well, that's not very nice.
Or told
either.
them that they could have like candy or something like that, and then said no at the last minute.
Yeah. Hey, can you hit me up with a little bit of does it slap or should we eat it music real fast?
Yeah. I got it. Let me grab this.
What's going on over there?
I had to grab it.
Grab what?
My Stream Deck.
Oh, is it like
Does he slap? 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 Should we eat it?
Oh shoot.
God damn it. That's
every
probably,
time.
Well, this time you have the eye surgery to blame. You just didn't see it.
Yeah.
So there's like a dedicated button on your Stream Deck for each one of those or what?
Yeah.
Wow. Which Stream Deck do you have? Like how many buttons does yours have? I guess I'm asking.
It has 3 rows of 5, so it's got 15.
I have 2 rows of 3. I got the mini.
I mean, that's honestly that's all you need.
I don't even use.
At least that's all I need.
I use 4 buttons, so I'm good.
You know, you can use your phone now too. You used to have to pay for it, but now you get something like 6 buttons. They like.
Oh, like I said, I'm not even. I've got 2 available buttons here that I still don't know what to do with. So.
Although
I'm good.
Before we get into this, the slap or eat it.
All right.
I did find out about a phone app today called OBS Blade.
Okay.
That allows you to just completely run OBS from your phone.
Oh.
Like if you were like wanting to start recording something.
Yeah.
Like I sit over here sometimes and I'm recording stuff, and instead of having to have like a mouse where I got to hit recording over here.
Yeah.
I can just like do it on my phone now.
That's cool.
And it's free. You should.
All right. When we're done with this does it slap or whatever, remind me I got a phone app thing I wanted to discuss real quick.
Okay.
Not really a phone app, but whatever. Okay, here's your 3 things.
I'm ready.
Okay. A guy with a sweaty, limp handshake. Like that wet noodle kind of handshake.
Yeah, like
a guy that randomly spits when he talks. Or a guy who invades your personal space when he's talking to you. And I shouldn't even say guy. This can be anybody. But
yeah.
Although I will say this, I don't expect a good firm handshake out of a woman. I don't know if that's and I don't mean that in a sexist way. I just feel like it's not, I think a lot of women would think that it's not ladylike to like get in there and like, like it's not a criticism. I'm saying it's a cultural thing. Like a guy is expected to have like a good firm handshake. Like nobody's ever shaken hands with a woman and then gone, "Oh, that wasn't a very firm handshake," because it's like that's not the standard.
Well, I'll tell you, I do my best to get
I could have had a 4th one to throw in here. I didn't know. There was nothing I wanted to eliminate. Someone with chronically bad breath that's always talking to you.
Oof.
So if you want to have 4, that's
what about
breaking
BO?
the rules,
just like constantly, they do not wear deodorant.
Yeah, is this does it slap or yours? Like you can save that for next time.
I mean, do I gotta with this many of them? Do I gotta keep 2?
No, we can still make it 1.
I mean, I would take the limp handshake over everything because
that one affects you the least, really.
Yes,
that's their problem.
I mean, so. I do my best to like have as firm of a handshake.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say right now, like just for the record, like I kind of got small hands.
Okay, I can't.
And then like when you get somebody with like big hands.
Yeah.
And I try to give a firm handshake, but sometimes I just like squeeze my hand in half.
That's something I was going to point out, not about your hands, but like then you get people who are overly aggressive with the handshake.
Yeah.
Where they don't let. Like here's the thing: if you're going to shake a guy's hand, you got to get the webbing between your thumb and index finger like up against theirs. Like that's how you get a proper handshake, is get it in there. But then you get some guys, they don't wait for like that webbing engagement. They just start squeezing before you're all the way in there.
And you get your hands squished, and you're like,
but that's just them being rude.
But it's also them thinking like, oh, this guy has a limp handshake, probably.
Right, but then that's because they're an a-hole. Like, no, I don't have a limp handshake. You're like premature, It's like the handshake
They're
version of
exerting
premature
their
ejaculation.
superiority.
Like
they're trying to make you feel.
I think that's
feel
what
bad.
that's what it really is. It's trying to exert dominance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is definitely what it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes it succeeds and sometimes it doesn't. But it's
Yeah.
like if you do that, like I have like less interest in like continuing to talk to you beyond this. I mean, I would take the handshake over everything though. Like I will, because the other ones like it's like the same thing with like bad teeth. Like once
come
you
on.
like
People
notice
can't
it,
help it if they have bad teeth.
I know.
That's
I know.
rude.
And that's true. It's true. But I mean, if somebody, it's just like one of those things. Like I can't like not think about it in the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, like I try to take as good a care of my teeth as possible. And I understand it's like not possible for everybody.
Yeah.
Or like some people just like have certain conditions but if I notice like teeth and I'm like, I have a hard time like not looking at them.
Yeah. Well, I try not. Like I said, people can't. Like I'm very
absolutely.
lucky that I was born
like
with a pretty good set of teeth.
I will like,
but, some people
do things to like,
Yeah.
to it's just like I can't. Just one of those things that happens.
Yeah.
I
I
can't help it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, are we done with that?
Are we done with that?
Yeah.
We're really done with that one.
Okay. What?
When I say that, it's like this old tech TV thing, like this on tech. You remember tech TV?
Yes, but I never watched it. But I know what you're talking about.
Have you seen? What I'm talking about though? Like
no, because I've never seen
the event.
No.
Well, there's this one guy on there, this older guy, and he had this like recording device, and it was just like this like tube, and he's like, this is like the only, as you can see, it like puts these little divots in here to like record like sound or playback sound or whatever. He's like, this is the only one like it in the world. And like in that moment, he's like really nervous being on TV, but he like breaks it and it like shatters all over the place.
Yeah. Is that real?
You've
though,
never
you
seen
think,
this?
or that was?
It's totally real. And he's like, oh, shit.
Wow. Well, you should try to send me.
And the other guy is like on there with him. He's like, so are we done with that? And he's like, yeah, we're really done with that one.
Wow.
It's so funny. I can't believe you've never seen it.
Well, you should try to send me a link to it, or I'll forget.
I'm going to. And
I'm not even sure what to type in the thing to get that to come up.
It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, so some dudes in my Discord were talking about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That you probably already know about this, but I guess there's now a thing for the Mister where you can control the Mister with your phone.
I heard about this, I think, yesterday.
Like, I think it's through a browser. I think it's like a browser thing. I think you just open up the browser on your phone and you can go into your Mister. And at first I was like, well, what the hell do I want to control the Mister from my phone for? But then immediately I was thinking, because, like I've got one Mister that's like all decked out, right? It's got like the USB hub and the IO thing and all the stuff, Mm-hmm. But then like down here, like right here on my desk, I have a very bare bones. It's like a DE10 Nano, some RAM, and like that's it.
Yeah.
Because I just use like a micro USB to regular USB adapter to plug a controller in, Mm-hmm. But like normally if you want to teach it a new controller, you have to plug in the keyboard if you don't have that IO thing, right?
Right.
And so like for me, that's a huge pain in the ass. And so like you can use this thing on your phone because you can push all the buttons that you would normally be able to push. And so like now with a bare bones Mister, you can just plug in any controller and then, use that controller in conjunction with your phone just to get through the process of like teaching, if you want to call it that, setting up the controller with the Mister and not have to use the key. So for me, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
so
I could see that being like very convenient.
Yeah.
Have you tried using that super attract mode where it just like plays like random demos from games?
No, but I
That'd
should,
be
because
great
that
for
would
your
be
arcade.
You're right. That's what I was going to say. But
It just like picks random games and, it just like boots it up for a few.
But let me ask you this. Does it
switches.
literally pick from any game on your Mister, or can you can you put a folder together of like, here's games that I think have cool
Probably.
attract modes?
Yeah. I bet you could.
What's your
yeah.
favorite attract mode off the top of
well,
your
I
head?
mean, the most useful attract mode, I think, is probably Super Metroid. Because it just like, it has so many different scenes of things to show.
Yeah.
Like you can put that on in the background anytime, and it like takes so long to repeat
Yeah.
that I think it's really, really useful.
I like the ghouls and ghosts attract mode on Genesis.
Yeah,
for
that's a
some
good
reason.
one.
I like that one.
I love that game in general. I think that
Yeah,
might be my favorite game on the Genesis.
Did you see that? I just got the email, if it was today or yesterday, that limited run games is finally coming out with a physical copy of that Castlevania Advance collection.
Yeah, it went up today, I think.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I appreciate that we have people like Limited Run making physical copies of stuff, but it's just like the only people that are buying that are you're buying another copy then, right? Like,
Yeah, but I don't have the second Game Boy Advance game. I don't have, what is it, the
no, but I'm saying for most people, it's like they would have already bought. If you're that into the game, then you probably, maybe not you, but I'm saying most people, I would say, already bought that collection digitally. And so now you're just buying
I already bought it digitally on the Switch.
That's what I'm saying. And so now you're just going to buy it again.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand why they can't, like, why can't you have pre-orders ahead of time so that Limited Run can have the physical version come out at least roughly the same time?
Well, probably because
the
Konami
digital.
knows that.
Knows what?
That people will buy
Oh,
it twice in that
yeah.
situation. But also, I mean, it's a slippery slope. It used to be back in the day, like I guess when, like Limited Run first started, they would just like release games. They had all patches and everything like on the disc. And that's like a big thing.
That's cool.
And yeah. And like, I've seen a lot of people complain about like, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And if they try to have like the big one that I see it is like, I've seen people saying like, oh, the Streets of Rage 4,
Yeah.
like it doesn't have, like any of the extra stuff, like any patches on it.
But didn't that come out pretty close to when the digital version came out?
It did. Yeah.
So then
And
you can't have your cake and eat it too.
well, I think that's like the big thing. That's like kind of my main issue with people who are annoyed that there's not like DLC on certain games. Or
I mean, I think that's asking
right
too
away.
much, but it's just like for me, like I thought it would be cool to have a physical copy of Shredder's Revenge, but like I'm not gonna buy the game twice, and it's like the game.
But there
the
is
physical
DLC
copy
coming out
came
for it. So
later,
there's like a DLC like adds like 4 new characters and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
I bet you they do another physical version that's going to have all that stuff like on the cartridge. Do you feel like that would be worth?
No, I'm done buying physical stuff.
Yeah,
For the
you're over
most
it.
part. I'm about to be a hypocrite though, because I did pre-order. So I keep an eye on the stuff that Retrobit's coming out with because I think it's neat, you know. And like last month or whatever, they said, "Oh, we're coming out with Soul Deece," and
or as I like to say, Soul Deece nuts.
and an El Viento, which
like the wind.
If you don't, for those of you that don't hablo español, El Viento means the Viento.
Viento.
Yeah. Anyway, so I ended up pre-ordering El Viento.
Yeah.
I just thought it's cool. It's got that translucent pink cart shell. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Also, it just annoys me that I'm 90 to 95% sure that I used to have El Viento and I got rid of it.
It's
I'm stupid.
I mean, I did too, but I bought it for like a fairly decent price.
Yeah.
And it's not as good as I remember it.
Really good music though.
Really good music, and it's got like those big pixelated explosions. I love big.
Who doesn't like big
pixelated
explosions? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a really good name for a band, better than anyway. I don't know. I feel like I want to get rid of like a
big.
lot of my physical stuff, but I feel like Genesis games, man. Like if you're gonna collect physical
Mm-hmm.
anything, make it Genesis games.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that
those are
being
my
said,
favorite
I
things.
took a miss or whatever on Soul Dees because I
Soul
have
Dees
Soul
nuts.
Feast
Yeah.
for Sega CD.
And Soul Feast is
so,
better anyways.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, they're
Although
identical.
I'm still
aesthetically.
waiting for Glay Lancer to show up. 'Cause
Me too.
When I pre-ordered that, it said spring of 2023, and now it's late July. But I mean, I don't really care.
I mean, did
But-
we talk about this last time? Like, or maybe we talked about it. Maybe Try and I talked about it like on the live stream about how I just like have so many pre-orders like just out there in the ether
Yeah.
that I have no idea what I have ordered anymore.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
get
and-
that. You and I did not talk about that. I don't think. No, but I agree with you. I forget that I bought things until they show up, and I'm like, oh, I pre-ordered that. I didn't remember doing so.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice when they show up.
You're buying a surprise present for your future self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You as such, you cannot go and get things. You cannot order things that you expect to like play soon anymore.
Yeah.
Or expect to enjoy.
Well, I
And
mean,
that's,
if
that's
I want
not
to
even
play
just,
Glay Lancer, I can just play it. Like I don't need.
right.
But I mean, it's a Genesis game and it's a shooter. So what do you want? What do you want from me? I'm only human.
Yeah. Well, they just like El Viento's not in it, but they just like had the, they just released that Telenet shooting collection. Like Limited Run is doing the Telenet shooting collection on the
But I
Switch.
forgot what. Oh yeah.
It's like Granada and
I think the reason
Granada
I
X.
skipped that, it's not Granada X. God damn it!
I
Stop it! I will hang up
wanted
the
to call
phone
it
right now.
Granada X.
Yeah. Or I've seen people call it X Granada X. It's like that's the framing around the word Granada. Like, come on. Anyway, I have
Twitter
that game because another one
should
was
rebrand
wasn't it-
like that using the Granada X.
what?
Twitter should have rebranded by putting the Granada, like the X's and
I
the
don't know.
gold
I don't-
things, like around
don't
the
even-
Twitter logo.
I don't even want to get started talking about that. I forgot what the games are. It wasn't it. Gaiaris was one of them, right? And then Granada was one of them.
Granada.
And I have both of those games already, so I don't need them.
Yeah,
again.
I'm not gonna look it up, but I did order it just because.
Oh, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying that's why I didn't get it. I own a proper copy of Granada like a gentleman.
I don't have Granada.
Yeah. That's actually, I think that's the last Genesis game I bought. I just got it, Granada. Because
It's a good one.
like, I don't know if it was last year. It might have been last year. I took a load of stuff over to a game store and traded it in. Nothing good. I was shocked with how much store credit they gave me because I gave them nothing good. That's just how expensive stuff is now. Like,
Yeah.
and they didn't even take everything. They cherry picked
Really?
from the stuff that wasn't good and was like, well, we'll take this stuff and we'll give you like 180 in store credit. Like, okay,
What did you get? So you got.
I don't even
Granada
remember because it was nothing good. Like I'm not trading in anything good to a store. It was just like crap I had sitting around. And so I ended up walking out of there with a copy of I forgot what else I got, a few things, but one of them was a complete copy of Granada. Which I was pretty
That's
excited
worth it.
about.
I mean, anything Genesis is worth it,
Yeah.
and it's definitely the best. I would probably, if I was going to get rid of everything, I'd keep my Genesis stuff just because it's the most fun.
Yeah.
It's the most memorable
Yeah.
to me.
Yep. What?
I don't know. I feel like I had something on the tip of my brain, but then
I know I had
forgot.
more stuff to talk about and I just forgot. What?
I mean, I was gonna I started picking stuff I was gonna get rid of, and I was like, I just don't have time to do it.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's like a place that takes in like trade-ins, like a not a thrift store, but like it's more of a high-tech, a technology-focused pawn shop.
So it's like hard
called
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like not as good as that.
Yeah.
Not nearly as good as that. They just opened by me.
Yeah.
And, I wanted to, I had that audio mixer that I tried to
Oh, was that
sell
them?
you. No. I was going to send it to them, I was going to sell it to them, but they're like, oh, we'll give you $50 for it.
That's what I'm asking because you told me the story about the audio mixer. That was that store that didn't want to give you
Yes.
anything for it. Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
screw 'em.
And, I can throw it up on Marketplace and
Yeah.
deal with that. But I like at $50 or the deal dealing with Marketplace, potentially not selling it, or these days if you throw anything on Marketplace, you just get like spam messages saying like,
Yeah. Low ballers.
give me your phone number immediately so they can try to
Yes.
steal your identity, right? I'm like, I just rather send that to you and maybe you could use it.
I don't want a mixer.
Okay. Well, I didn't send it to you. I'm like, but I'm thinking like, well, how can I like incorporate that into like what I have going on here?
Oh, hey, what if you take that mixer down to that store and get $50 and then send me the $50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good. But I have like a set of speakers also. Do you need like some
What are they?
PreSonus speakers?
Oh, they're those PreSonus Eris?
Yes, they're like the
that's
5-inch ones, like the
Wow,
or they
that's
might be
cool.
4.5 if you want them. They got Bluetooth also on them.
Oh, well, I don't. That does nothing for me, but
But
yeah,
would you be able to use them?
yeah, actually, I would. I don't even
Because
listen. I don't even like admitting this out loud, but I told you I got over here on this side. I got my big computer monitor set up so I can play, mostly so I can play Pro Yaku Spirits 2019 with 2020 roster updates.
Yeah.
And I don't have an extra set of speakers for over there, so I have a little Bose that little I don't know what it's called. It was Bose is a sound link. It's not even a sound link. It's the little tiny Bluetooth thing for like if you go swimming. And I have that plugged into the monitor's audio out. I got to say it sounds pretty good, but not as good as like actual speakers. So
I mean, are Bose considered to be pretty good?
well, it depends on who. If that's like audiophiles, they all turn their nose up at Bose.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, why is Bose not using Bose nose speakers?
they might get sued for that. I don't really know. But
You
I mean,
think
like,
so?
I've got speakers hooked up to on Capture Cart over here. Those are Bose Companion 2 PC speakers. And then right here on my desk, I have another set of Bose Companion 2 speakers. And then over there, I got the little Bose whatever the heck thing. So, and I own like 2 pairs of Bose earbuds. So I don't, like I said, audiophile snobs talk about how like, well, Bose like EQs their stuff to like boost the mid range, and I'm like, okay. And
well, it's like the Beats by Dre. Beats, like I feel like is
they
so
boost,
bassy.
They boost the bass, but I'm saying
And it's
anything you
horrible
buy, like unless you buy studio monitors that are specifically engineered to have a flat response, anything you buy is EQ'd for something. That's why you buy it. Like, oh, I like the sound of Wharfdale or whatever, or like me, like I like the sound of Sennheiser microphones, right?
Right.
So that but it's not because they're flat. It's because the way they're EQ'd, I think, gets along well with my voice. So like, what's wrong with? I like the way Bose sounds.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you these extra.
All right.
These bigger.
Thank you. What
PreSonus
can I send you back? You wanna? What do you want?
I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna get a big box from me.
Oh no.
Here, like I'm surprised it didn't. I
didn't even show you. It's supposed to be a surprise. I got something for you to stick in your box that I think you're gonna think is cool. Not as cool as the gold record, but
okay,
pretty cool.
You're just gonna stick that in my box.
Why do you have to be filthy?
Well, you're gonna get a big box from me, and then I'll have to send you another one. I made a big list of things I needed to ship out.
Yeah.
Because we got these label makers when we started doing like our M2 Blu-rays,
right,
to like mail them. And this label maker is amazing. I love just using it because it's you just put the information in the pirate ship and you print out these labels and it's just a big sticker.
Yeah.
I put one on the box. I forgot to put any like My Life in Gaming stickers in your box, but I put a My Life in Gaming.
But I already have a couple because I think I have one on.
From the old batch maybe.
Oh, is there a new one?
Yeah, I got more of them made.
Okay,
but I got some smaller ones also. But I just like started putting those like on shipping boxes.
Did I ever show you? I got the weekend rental stickers made.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
But I don't know if you can tell because they're still
Sticker Mule.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I don't know if you can tell that the outside of it is sparkly.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, you do Sticker Mule with those, and Sticker Mule, if you sign up for like their text message stuff, then they'll send you things like, oh, get this.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I don't get
like
the text
I got
messages, but I get the
for, like,
emails,
magnets.
and I always just wait because I get emails all the time, like, oh, today only. This is like 75% off, and then I just jump on it. That's how I keep the CGQ store, which is literally just a small plastic tub. That's how I keep it stocked. Is if something that I sell is on super sale and I'm low, I just I just jump on it. You know, oh, more coasters, done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. You know, I got one and I had it in my cart and I just haven't checked out. I think this last day. I have some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a mouse pad.
Hey, that mouse pad is one of two. Because I got that. I got mine right here. Here's my mouse pad.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter used it.
That's fine. I had this really stupid idea. Since we're talking about, you know, swag
merch.
Or swag, or I'll say merch. I never know if it's swag or swag because one of them is drugs.
Yeah, swag is like it's like the bottom of like the.
Okay, well, I'll say merch,
like the extra like.
So I had this stupid idea for some new merch for my show. Like I wanted to have, and I'm not even joking. I think this would be hilarious to actually make these. I want to have license plate frames made that say "Follow me to Classic Gaming Quarterly."
Follow me to or follow me at?
No, follow me because other people. Because you know, like sometimes you'll see like people have license plate frames that says like follow me to like Bob's Auto Shop, or follow me to like Hammerstein Toyota or something like that. Because it's like where they got their car worked on. So I just thought it'd be funny, like follow me to Classic Gaming Quarterly, which is of course completely nonsensical. I just thought that would be funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
You should put that on like all your cars.
Yeah. Well, no, I would probably try to sell them, but I mean, I've had these stickers for at least a month, and I haven't even put them up online to sell them yet. So.
Well, I definitely want one of those stickers, and okay. I will. You should also get magnets made of those. Those would be like good magnets.
Well, I have magnets of the regular thing. I've sold.
I have that on my fridge.
Oh wow! I gave you like the full merch package apparently.
Yeah, I also have your trading card.
Oh, I think I threw out the rest of those. So those
really?
are like limited edition now.
Dude, see, I have like a box of like extra stickers for like we have, from that same deal, like from Sticker Mule, like I have like these. When we started the channel, we did like those how to beat videos.
Yes.
And there's like a B logo, and I made like a bunch of stickers of those, and I just put those in people's, like if anybody orders anything, I'll put in like extra stuff all the time.
Oh, cool.
I have like some pins that I got from Sticker Mule. I just throw them in.
Yeah.
Just because, like you don't get so many that it's like worth putting a listing for it on the store. It's just I'd rather take that stuff and just throw it in as like an extra.
Well, because like you get like 50 of them, right? And it's like how much profit you're gonna make? Like at most like $2 profit on one of those things at most. Yeah, but it's a lot of work for $100.
Yes, but when they are selling 50 of them for $20,
it's like why not? I just do it for craps and giggles,
Yeah.
Hey,
and you can just, throw this extra stuff in.
Speaking of merch, I know you got to go. Speaking of merch, just for anybody out there that has one, it's now official. I am never selling mixtapes again. So if you're out there, if you have a CGQ mixtape, highly limited edition, because I'm not selling them anymore.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
I found out.
I'm glad that I got mine.
There's some kid, some teenager, some high school girl that's been going to Armadillo Music, 207 F Street in downtown Davis. And apparently she's looking for 60-minute blank tapes because she's like making mixtapes for her friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nick told me that, and I was like, dude, I have a stockpile of 60-minute blank tapes because I keep meaning to make more mixtapes. Forget it. I'm going to just give them all to this. I'm just going to go drop them off at Armadillo and they can just give them to her,
Yeah. Because, it's cool that she has, this passion for it.
That's what I'm saying. And, me, it was like a fun, pandemic project, And unlike the stickers, I made some pretty good money off of that. But I don't want to do it anymore. I also got nervous. I've gotten, 2 different copyright claims on the Genesis mixtape.
Oh, really?
And I'm just like...
Afraid it's going to get taken down? I should do that with these VHS tapes that I have. I told you about my VHS stockpile, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I got so many VHS tapes that are just I'm not doing anything with them.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking I should really maybe I should just put like random episodes.
That's
on
actually a
there.
good idea. Like, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, just like get or I could do like here's I'm putting up a batch of 10
Yeah.
that have this combination of episodes on it.
Yeah. That's a pretty good
It's
idea.
just like 2 hours of episodes.
You should do that.
Like maybe I could just do one. It's just like all it is just like the Mr. episode.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
could.
2.5 hours long.
Do
like
it.
who would buy that? I don't know. I could probably
Somebody would.
probably at least 10 people.
Do it. Make it happen.
I mean, why not? Right? It's like
Right.
they're like literally not doing anything
Yeah.
in my closet.
Yes. That's
And
why I want
I have
this stuff
700
out
of them.
I want this stuff out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not getting rid of you didn't get rid of like the metal ones. You're not taking the metal ones in, right?
No. I have a separate pile of just like these.
like,
These
good
tapes were specifically for making mixtapes to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got my personal stash of blank cassettes separately, and
Yeah.
I'm not getting rid of those.
Well, I sent you 3 mini discs in your box.
Yeah.
There's 3 different mini disc mixes, and
Are they labeled? Don't ruin it. Let me check them out.
No, they're labeled, but
Yeah.
I made like printout labels
Using your
like,
label
with
maker.
my label maker.
Yeah.
And I just like didn't peel them off or anything. I just stuck them inside of each like jacket.
Because you don't
So
trust
can do-
yourself to put the labels on, or
No,
your
I do. I just didn't know if there's like
hands, or-
something that you wanted to do. Like if you do it like a certain way, this will
Oh
allow
my
you to.
goodness. It'll be
I mean,
fine. But I
like I
will
could
put
do
the,
that, but
it's fine. I will put the labels on.
yeah, you can do it however you want.
Yeah.
And I did go through each one of them and like label it, and I put in the title of each song.
All right,
and,
calm
on every
down.
single track.
Okay.
On all 3.
Well, now I feel
So
like
figured out how
crap
to
because
do it.
I did not do that.
That's okay. You don't need it. It's not a competition.
Good. If so,
That's what I always have to
if
tell my
so,
kids.
I lose.
But I bet you there's cooler stuff. And
The ones I made.
Or yeah, probably
Probably.
more interesting.
Well,
But I there's just like a random smattering of stuff
yeah.
in there, including some
I'm looking forward to it. What?
Skyline chili
Yes.
cans. Different. There's Skyline chili, is Gold Star chili.
Yeah.
There's Dixie chili and one other one that I've never
Oh my
had.
God! I didn't know I was getting 4. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm really excited.
Now you can have it like almost every night for a week if you wanted to.
I might. Don't tempt me. I'll do it.
Don't tempt you with a bowel bursting good time.
Yes. What time is it? You got to go soon, or?
Yeah, I got to roll out of here, and I know we're cutting it a little short.
Dude,
this
it's an
week, but
hour
that's-
it's over an hour and 15 minutes. Like, you
Yeah.
can't complain about that. If it was less than an hour, I think somebody would be well within their rights to be like, hey, maybe this was not a
Yeah.
good time for you to record. Speaking of which, I should apologize to anybody watching this rather than listening to it. I know I look a little disheveled today. I need a haircut and I need a shave. This was sort of, I don't want to say it was last minute because you asked me yesterday if I wanted to record this morning, so I don't have that excuse. But, wife and I played hooky from work yesterday and went hiking again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had to take a shower. I know this would probably, you
probably
find
got
this
vacation days.
you
though.
find this like horrific, but if we're going hiking, I don't shower that morning. I shower when I get home. Like, I don't.
Well, I mean, when it's been
I'm
as hot
okay
as it
with
is.
I'm okay with hiking not feeling super clean because you got to
Yeah.
put sunscreen on. All that. You're not clean anyway. You feel gross the whole
Yeah.
time. So I showered
Yeah.
last night and I was just tired. I'm very sore today, and I
Mm-hmm.
just was not in the mood to manscape.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I don't think anybody's watching this because of our looks. I mean,
I'd say it's an extreme
Not for me, at
minority.
least. I mean, who knows? I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, if somebody wants to watch my show for my looks, please do. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
And they need to tell me if they prefer it without the reading glasses or with the reading glasses, because I can.
Well, this is
And
what I
talk
would
like
like to
this.
see happen in the future, right? Like when it's your turn to do a does it slap or should we eat it? I think that while the theme music is playing and you have like that 8 seconds to kill, is if you just take like you just did, just take the glasses out and, go like that. Make sure you make that weird face. People make like that, and then get the paper out and go, all right, here, do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I mean, there's a lot of good uses for these. Like, there's a lot of good bits.
I mean, bear in mind that our audience is primarily made up of middle-aged guys like us. And so when you do stuff like that, it's relatable,
Yes. Exactly. You can hear like the...
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear it, yeah.
Yes. And now, so we can just... I guess we can do that. I guess that's just the point in my life.
Yeah.
That I'm at. And that's okay.
I don't think you should be wearing reading glasses and looking far away like that. That's bad for your eyes. Stop that.
Or else what did I just pay all that money for?
Yeah, right. All right. I think that's going to be it for today.
That's going to do it for this week. I hope everyone has a wonderful...
Yes.
It's just going up on the 31st, last day of July.
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I don't even know what today's date is.
Maybe it's like the end of July.
Yeah.
It is the hottest month in recorded history.
Oh, well, yay. We did it, everybody.
We've been working towards this, and we finally did it.
Yes. And probably next month will also be the hottest month in recorded history. So that's something to look forward to.
We're going to be saying that every month going forward, probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, bye-bye.
Bye.